I felt like I lost myself. And, I was adjusting to being a new mom again. And I assumed that I would have an overflow of support because I pride myself on being a invested, supportive person when it comes to my friends and family. But I was wrong. Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for tuning into episode 6 of Moms Need to Be Well. Make sure you like and share to another mom who may need it. And also, don't forget, if you haven't done so, to hit that subscribe button. Moms Need to Be Well is a vlog that I created to empower women of color to overcome maternal adversity such as infertility, also the physical and mental wellness challenges that we battle during pregnancy and after childbirth. I am a PCOS and infertility survivor, and now I'm expecting my third baby, and I'm sharing my journey along with tips, tools, and resources to help you women of color who want to be moms possibly, or who are new or expecting moms yet again. So this is really my passion, and I want to create that community and be a resource for you so that you can have all the tools that you need to be your best self and be a great mom as well. So I'm so excited about episode 6 today because we're going to be talking about creating a postpartum plan. We all know the postpartum period is after we have the baby, and primarily any information we receive is really how to properly care for our babies and not necessarily our mental and physical wellness. And I will speak from my experience as an expecting mom yet again. We tend to feel like after we have our babies that we lose ourselves socially, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And we kind of have limitations because we're adjusting to this new life for the first time or yet again as moms. And so I think that a postpartum plan is so important. And a postpartum plan to me is creating short-term goals and setting your intentions to prioritize your mental, physical, and emotional, nutritional and emotional wellness, and also seeking the help that you need on your journey for whether it be the first time or yet again to motherhood. So I'm excited to talk about it, and I feel like as we continue to have these conversations, we can collectively work together to break down and renew our culture's stigma around mental wellness and motherhood. So let's get right into it, guys. So excited. Okay, too excited. So after I had my second baby, I felt like I lost myself. And, I was adjusting to being a new mom again. And I assumed that I would have an overflow of support because I pride myself on being a invested, supportive person when it comes to my friends and family. But I was wrong. And it may have not been intentional, maybe because I had a child already, even though it was 13 years prior, and I am the type of person that thrives through adversity. Maybe they just assumed and were confident in the fact that I was going to be an amazing mom. And I was struggling. Like the first 3 months, I was struggling. Now, don't get me wrong. If you are a person like me that's invested, in being supportive and dependable to your friends and family, you don't have to feel guilty about expecting it to be reciprocated. But the advice that I will give, looking back now, is to lower your expectations. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but lowering your expectations is going to decrease a lot of stress. And I must admit that a lot of what played into my postpartum depression was me having these expectations, and also my lack of planning, my lack of actually having a plan in place after I have the baby, after I go back to work for maternity leave. So that's why I want us to be proactive now as expecting moms or new moms to have us a playbook in place, okay? So we can have a book to go to kind of help us to navigate these waters yet again to motherhood, right? So let's get into it, because I feel like society's idea of self-care is so different from ours. Maybe it could just be me as moms, because as moms, it's not necessarily that we want to get away from the baby or that we want to go to the spa, but just simply wanting to get that, simply us needing to get proper nutrition and to get the rest and the mental wellness support that we need so that we can be our best selves, so that we can show up and be great moms. So the first tip that I want to give you is to prioritize your mental wellness. I know we hear that a lot, prioritize your mental wellness, but what does that mean? Prioritizing my mental wellness, especially when I am a new mom and I'm at the beck and call of this baby, right? So I would say keep an open line of communication with your spouse or a partner if you have one, or if not, an open line of communication with your OBGYN. Definitely be honest at your follow-up appointments and let them know the mental headspace that you're in. There are support resources out there to help you, but don't feel guilty as a mom to speak up and say that, hey, I'm just struggling, even if you're not a first-time mom. Don't be afraid to have that type of open line of communication. And I cannot leave out seeking mental health therapy if needed. So if you feel like you don't have a support system, if you feel like your doctor's not hearing you or you're not getting enough support and you just need someone to talk to, definitely seek therapy. I am going to post some links to some mental wellness therapists for women of color. And it's so amazing now that one of the practices is actually taking insurance now. So that's awesome. And there are some other practices that are affordable, but it is a great investment to seek mental wellness therapy, because they can give you some essential tools and coping mechanisms that you can use during this journey to kind of help you navigate through the challenges that you have. And also, just having a emotional toolbox and writing down a list of mindfulness routines that work for you, such as prayer, meditation, journaling, even exercising, because exercising, like a simple walk, could release endorphins, which is like a happy chemical that will boost your mood. And you can even look into mood boosting foods, like foods that there are actually foods out here that can boost your moods. Yeah, it's true. I've tried it. So that is my first tip. My second tip is get your support team in place. List 1 to 3 people that you can count on to support you on this journey, to not only help you with your mental state, but also physically with the baby if needed, on your journey, yet again in motherhood, because I keep saying that because it is a journey. It is a journey. Or I would say hire a doula. Doulas are amazing because they help you from start to finish, from being there to help you through the process in your pregnancy and even after. That's an amazing support of individual to have. So if you can afford it, definitely hire a doula. If not, ask your OBGYN for resources. There are support groups in your area, of other moms, and there are resources out there to help other moms. I'm so excited to announce that next year I will be actually starting a maternal wellness program to help, to help other moms, that battle postpartum depression, perinatal depression, and just all the different topics that we discuss here at Moms Need to Be Well. So, second tip, get your support team in place. Get your A team in place, okay? And the third thing is just focus on your nutrition, because what we eat does affect our mental wellness. And also, it helps us when you look better, or when you're eating the right things, it helps you to feel better. So you feel good from the inside out. So I would say focus on your nutrition. What you eat not only makes you feel good, but it does positively boost your mental wellness, and it's going to give you the energy that you need and help you to decrease depression. So try to stay away from hormonal foods as much as possible, because we already have, I know with me, I have PCOS, but not only that, but when you have a baby, and even during your pregnancy, you have all these hormones, and you don't want to add to that to cause a hormonal imbalance. And so what I mean by reducing hormonal foods, like, I know a lot of us probably love some cheese, okay? We probably love some cheese, love some milk, but try as much as you can to reduce dairy and to reduce meat, because it is so full of hormones. If you eat meat, try to get like wild caught meat, and that would be like, of course, fish and shrimp, chemical free seafood. It'll actually say it on the packaging. You just have to be very intentional. And non-hormonal and steroid chicken, and it will actually say it on the package. So you can Google it. Google is my best friend, okay? You can Google it, and it will give you a list of brands that have that, and that's going to definitely help you as well. So this is my favorite part, nutrition. I love mental wellness as well, but nutrition, because I know that is a major mood booster, and it will help your mental health. So we're going to get more into this nutrition. Make sure you detox your body regularly. And I would say at least once a month. And you can do that by smoothies, juicing, doing a raw food diet, a vegan diet, a veggie diet, or a safe natural herbal solution will help you to detox. I've tried all of them. Okay. So whatever works for you. I know we frown upon diets because no one wants to feel like they have restrictions, and it causes you to kind of be hard on yourself. But this is just primarily for detoxing, detoxing your body. And it's going to help it, it's a holistic way, a natural way to help boost your mood. And it's going to also clean the toxins out of your body. So highly recommend it. And then also try to do less refined carbs and processed foods. Meal prep is so important. And I would encourage you to do that before you have the baby. And I know that ideally when we see meal prep, we see, people packaging up everything. But you can simply just sit down and make a list of things that things that are attainable for you, whether it be like go to like baked chicken, salad, veggie wraps, tuna, juicing, smoothies. Those are like my go-tos, when I'm doing meal prep. Especially with me, because I'm going to be a C-section mom. So I'm not going to be able to go up and down the stairs and walk around as much. So I'm getting that meal planning in place now, and I'll be prepping before I go into the hospital, so that, when my husband does go back to work, I will have that access to eat the right foods, and I don't have to order takeout, and all of that while I'm here with the baby. So highly encouraged. And also, fitness. And I know everyone is not a fan of fitness, but just getting some type of physical wellness in, carving a little time in, whether it be 5 or 10 minutes. And you can do this at home. So some of the go-tos that I would say as far as equipment, you can do like a step-up bar. I think it's called a step-up bar. You can do a treadmill, invest in a treadmill so you can walk. Kettlebell, a weight ball, dumbbells, a floor mat, A jump rope really is great because it's such a great cardio workout and you burn so many carbs jump roping. And equipment is so affordable. Like, you can go to Walmart, you can go to the thrift store, you can go to Target. It's affordable, where you can find equipment within your budget. I've bought equipment from the thrift store. I've bought equipment from Target, Walmart, caught it on sale. And just writing out simple workouts that will help you, whether it be jump roping for 5 minutes, walking in place. If you can't get out the house, you can Google or go on, get free apps that have home workouts where, they're very effective. I've done it. I've done them all. Like, I've done home workouts, I've customized workouts, and I've eventually invested in a personal trainer before, I got pregnant again with my third baby. And then just work your way up to the gym. And I highly encourage, if you can afford it, to, once you get back into the swing of things and you have that time to go to the gym and work out, invest in a personal trainer, a good one. Good ones are worth the investment, but you can focus on your own. If you can focus on your own, definitely do that. I did both. I started with a personal trainer, but then I started customizing workouts, doing full body workouts, and just continue to try it out and see what worked for me. And when I started seeing results, it helped me to feel more confident and build more discipline in that area of having a regular fitness lifestyle along with my nutrition. If you are ready to start, I am going to leave a link where you can let me know if you need some nutritional tips, because I do have vegan recipes. I have, I have plant-based recipes. I have just veggie recipes, and I can definitely give those to you if you need those. And then also make sure you focus on your skin care and your skin and hair care. So that's the last tip that I want to give, because we tend to have shedding. I know I've experienced shedding and breakouts from, when it's like when the baby leaves, it's like the nutrients leave our body. So it's very important that we replenish ourselves. So when it comes to your hair and skin care, I am going to leave some recommended vitamins and recommended products that I use that work for me as a woman of color. And I would say invest in vitamins, invest in foods, looking up foods and doing research, invest in hair care products that promote hair growth, because you are going to experience that shedding during the postpartum period. So just being proactive and being intentional about having a skincare routine and a hair care routine is going to help you, on that journey. And the hair, it will grow back, because my edges was gone. Okay. Now, it was the postpartum depression and it was the hormones. Like, I had nothing on this side and edges on this side, and I had a lot of shedding in my hair. So I completely understand. And I've had my trial and error with quite a few vitamins and skin and hair care products that have really worked for me, even with having polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS. So I hope that these tips help today. If you feel like this deserves a part 2, leave a comment and I can go more in depth about it. But that is the postpartum plan that I personally have in place to help me. I will be releasing a book soon next year that's going to go in more details and kind of guide you through the process, because I know it's probably a lot to process and write down. But please get you a journal, get you a notebook, come back to this post and write down these tips, customize them, and do what's attainable for you and what works for you. But have that plan in place so that you don't feel alone, so that you don't feel lost, so that you don't feel discouraged, in this 4th trimester, the postpartum period. And listen, if you are a mom, if you're not a mom, or if you're just like watching this and you know someone who is a new mom or who is expecting, I highly encourage you to just be so intentional about supporting them. Like, I know that we all have things going on. Like I said, life, it's going to keep life in. You know, we have challenges, you know, as we go on this journey through life. It's just all about how we manage our time and our intentionality. And so I highly encourage you to send a text message, do a kind gesture, or whatever you can do within your means to let us moms know that you support us during this transitional period. So, you know, it may not even be at the forefront of your mind. And like I said, it may not even be intentional, but having that intentionality to become a support system to a mom, you know, new or expecting mom, it matters. It's so important for us. It doesn't matter how many kids we have. Like, even the smallest gesture could really brighten our day, because as beautiful as pregnancy is, you know, as much of a blessing it is, we do have, you know, challenging days mentally and physically. And, you know, an encouraging text or scripture or prayer or a lunch date, whatever you can do, it goes a long way. So thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you on the next episode 7. And until then, be good to yourselves, moms, and